When we work with bulleted or numbered lists in Microsoft Word, there are a couple of things we can do to refine their appearance and get it just right. Having set up a piece of text as a bulleted or numbered list here, we can select it, obviously by dragging, and fine-tune the layout to suit our aesthetic or other needs using the ruler at the top of the page, and make sure the ruler is showing, of course. On the left side of the ruler, we see three controls for positioning the text. These are the same as for regular paragraphs, but visually they work a little differently for lists. The first one, which looks like an upside-down house roof, is for the first line indent. If we drag it to the left or right, we see that it adjusts the distance from the bullets or numbers to the list items. The second, which looks like a little house, is actually two controls. The base of the house is for the left indent. If we move on to it carefully here, you can see now the left indent tells us how far to the left or right the entire block of bulleted text will sit. This can affect the layout more if a bulleted or numbered item is lengthy, which is not common but can occur. If we drag a little further, we can then see how this would lead to the third item, which is the roof of the house, which is the hanging indent control. And if there's a lengthy bullet item, and the left indent has been moved significantly to the right as we see here, adjusting the hanging indent tells that second or third or however many subsequent line of text how far to shift if the bulleted item is indeed lengthy. Though these are all universal in Microsoft Word, and knowing how to use them never hurts, seeing how they affect bulleted and numbered lists in particular has been a bit of a nuisance for some users. But other than a little practice with the small size of the controls, once we know the technique, it's pretty straightforward.